On this show, we cover some sensitive topics.
Though the obituaries may be outlandish, the people are real.
Names have been changed or omitted in order to respect both the deceased and the survived by.
While death is no laughing matter, some petty last words can provide some pretty entertaining comic relief.
Welcome to Obituary. Welcome back to Obituary. I'm Spencer Henry.
And I'm Madison Reyes.
And I cannot believe that by the time this hits your little ears, our tour will be over.
I know. I'm so sad.
It's over. The party's over. But you know what that means? Mom and Dad are home, so you better not have had any parties while we were gone.
Yeah, you better behave yourself.
We measured the alcohol, so we know if you drank any.
Uh-huh. And if you filled it back with water?
Oh, we're putting it in the freezer, baby. We're going to know.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Uh-huh.
I was just going to drink it.
I didn't go to rehab at 17 for nothing, honey.
You know all the little tips and tricks.
Oh, I sure do. I remember I was like a wild teenager, which I think everybody knows now, but my parents used to sometimes send me to my grandparents' house, and they thought, that'll do something. Meanwhile, my grandparents have like a walk-in alcohol, like everything.
How was that? Like when you would go, would they know you were in trouble?
My grandparents were the best. I mean, my grandpa's always been very kind of like stern and serious. He's a business, you've met him.
Yeah.
But he's also really fun and like...
He's funny.
And I have a great relationship with him now, but I think when I was 16, he's like, I don't know what the fuck to do with you because you're wearing eyeliner. And then my grandma, I was always her favorite. But yeah, I mean, I remember one time, God bless them, I was at their house and I had stolen vodka. They lived in the gated community. And so like late at night, I had one of my friends come, but I couldn't let them in the gate. So I walked to the front gate of like the community and met him there. He picked me up. We went and like got drunk. And I took my grandma's cell phone with me because it was like, I don't think I had one at the time. It was probably taken away. It was always taken away. But I knew that like if they woke up, I didn't want them to be like, have no way to contact me or whatever.
Yeah.
Even though I was reckless and wild.
So you took the only phone in their house.
Cut the phone lines. No, and I remember I like got home and she was awake. My grandma was awake. She was pissed.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Grandma Carol.
Oh, God.
But luckily, we made a quick turnaround.
Yes.
And not getting in trouble anymore. But I do know all the tricks. So God forbid, if I ever have children, they're not going to be able to get away with anything because...
I think I was born yesterday.
I know all the fucking tricks, okay? Or my mom used to, like when I was a teenager, to check if I had smoked a cigarette or something. She would like smell me for them. And I was such a dumbass. I'd like put lotion on my hands, that like scented lotion, like as if she's not going to fucking know that I'm like trying to cover it up. And I remember she caught me. I'm like, oh, fuck. And I was always pretty open with them because they were the type of parents, they would never provide alcohol. They weren't like, you can drink in the house.
Neither were my parents.
But I felt open enough to like tell them if I had drank or something. And I feel like they always made it very clear that if I was at a party and people were drinking, that I could take a cab and they would pay for it versus have me get in a car with a drunk driver.
Absolutely.
Which I appreciate, Nowadays, too, I feel like kids with Uber and it's so much easier now to get away with shit. But I'm like talking like, oh, my kids won't get away with shit. Meanwhile, they'll probably fucking Postmates wine coolers and shit.
Yeah, there will be a whole new way to skirt the system.
I mean, kind of in this day and age, you're hoping that your kid just becomes a little pothead or something so that they're not getting into the other shit.
Oh my God, the fentanyl,
Well, I would rather have my kids hang out with the stoners because I feel like the stoners is the least to worry about.
I want my kids to be fucking nerds. I don't care if they are embarrassing. I want them to just be good little kids.
Ugh. And you know what? If we don't have kids, oh well.
Oh, well, it's maybe better that way.
Oh, well, speaking of, I don't think I've talked about it on here yet, but I am an uncle.
Yes.
My sister, for the first time, my sister had her baby.
Mm-hmm.
It's a boy, and I'm so excited about that.
Oh my God.
And he's just so cute, and I have not gotten to meet him yet.
Yes. Well, by the time this comes out, you will. You're going up
Yes.
north tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I'm going to go meet him, and I'm so fucking excited.
I told you when you showed me a picture of him, I was like, babies don't do it for me. They just don't. Like, I love a toddler, but this baby is so cute.
So
like,
cute.
you know, sometimes babies can look like aliens.
Oh, well, someone we know that's a nurse was like, did she have that baby vaginally? Or was it a C-section? I was like, vaginally. She's like, it's a good
That's
shape
a good
head.
baby.
Ah,
Yeah,
it's a good-
yeah.
Regardless, if he had the craziest head, I'd probably be like, he's the cutest thing in the whole world.
Oh, of course.
But I'm so excited to meet him. I am so sad the tour's over, but we do have a few more surprises up our sleeves.
We sure do.
And more to look forward to. So that's all we'll say for now. But you know, we're always saying something without saying nothing. Okay? We don't know how to shut the fuck up, and that's the problem. But it's also we're in the perfect profession for that, I guess.
Yes, and hopefully by this time, when this comes out, you'll know one of the little secrets we have.
Or two of the little secrets.
Or three of the little secrets. Who
How about
knows?
7? I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows? Well, we know.
We know. Maybe we do. I don't know.
Listen, we know we're best friends with you guys, but some things we just have to edge you a little bit.
Yeah. Give you some blue balls.
We don't want to blow our whole load every week.
No, we can't.
No, we need you to be excited. We want to keep things hot and fresh with you guys.
Yeah, we need you to like long for us a little bit.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, should we get into some stuff? Do you have any emails this week?
I do. I have a really interesting email from Deborah. It says, "Hey girlies, came across this story recently and had to share. I guess this guy was determined to save as many people as possible when he passed away."
Ooh.
Which is awesome. You can use my name. P.S. If it doesn't come through, I'm sorry, and I can try to send it again if you would like. It came through, Deborah.
Deborah, we got it.
Honey, we got it. I have this CBS News article. So listen to this. An organ donor helped save the life of a person in a very unexpected way in Colorado when a hearse crashed and nearly plunged into a canyon.
What?
But the weight from the deceased organ donor in the back helped keep the teetering car from a fatal fall.
Oh, my God.
CBS News Colorado reported the snowy night of January 29th, 2023 was a difficult one to drive for Hubbard & Sons Funeral Home Service, mostly because of the other drivers. One of the company's employees was transferring a body in the back of a hearse from Grand Junction to another location for organ donation, but told Colorado State Patrol a driver in a red Durango went speeding by him on his way up towards the Eisenhower Tunnel. He said he switched lanes to get out of the way of the erratic driver and then lost control in the snowstorm around 3 a.m., hurtling towards the barrier on the edge of the road.
Wow.
His hearse crashed through the barrier, teetering over the side of the Interstate 70 and a fatal drop, but came to a stop, front wheels suspended over the canyon. While the driver and his family declined an on-camera interview, they told CBS News Colorado the weight from the body in the back of the car likely kept the car on the road and therefore stopped the hearse from hurtling over the side of I-70.
Oh, my God.
He said it saved his life, no doubt. That's a lucky motherfucker right there, responding law enforcement officers heard saying while walking towards the vehicle.
That's incredible.
What other things do we have to tell you to be an organ donor?
Yes. Come on. And keep it heavy in the back.
Dump in the trunk.
Yeah, baby.
I think that's incredible.
Oh, I do too. That's amazing.
I love it. Thank you, Deborah. That was incredible. We went to Colorado and we loved it. We went to
Yes,
Denver.
We did. And we had never been to Denver before.
No. The Denver airport.
Wild.
Wild. But it was a beautiful city.
We did. We had so much fun. The people at the venue there were really nice.
They
All
were
of
great.
you guys were really nice.
Mm-hmm.
We went a lot of places on this last round. We went to Phoenix after that. In Phoenix, there was someone doing a show right after us.
Uh-huh.
And it was Tana. Do you know how to say her last name?
Mojo?
Monjo?
I think it's Mojo.
Okay, it was her. She's like a internet
YouTuber,
personality,
yeah.
and she has a podcast. And so we shared a green room, which we've never done with any other act before.
Mm-hmm.
But
She was a doll. She was
so
she
nice.
was very sweet.
She showed us a picture. She took up our puppets on
yeah.
the stage and put it on her Snapchat. We're like, thanks for the promo, girl. I texted my little sister to ask her because she's 18. So I was like,
Same with my niece, because I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I know of her,
Yes,
obviously, but like, I don't, follow her. But my niece was like, oh my God, I'm freaking out. Like, my roommates and I are freaking out. I was like, she was great.
they were like, oh, someone's coming in your room after you. And normally that doesn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
And so
It
I
was
was
Cinco
like,
de Mayo. It was packed.
I know. I was like, hopefully they're nice, whoever this person is. And then it was her, and I don't really know much about her, but she was super fucking nice.
Yeah.
So that was funny. And then after Phoenix, we went to, well, your sister came to the Phoenix show, which was nice.
Yes.
Think the heat might have gotten to her a little bit.
Honey, the heat and the drinks got to her. She had to dip out halfway through. She said, this shit's boring. Bye.
Yeah. No, it's not boring. It's so much fun. And then after Phoenix, we went to Salt Lake City.
Ugh, loved it.
Salt Lake City was so much fun. I had a time of my life.
I had a great time.
I went and got a massage. Oh, where was that though? It was like the Grand American Hotel or something. Beautiful hotel.
We watched Dumb and Dumber in the hotel.
Yeah, I paid fucking $20 for it on the TV.
I fucking love that movie and didn't know that a lot of it was filmed in Salt Lake.
Yeah. Also, really great vintage shopping in Salt Lake. I sent a ton of shit home, which you know, because I sent it to your house.
You got a tattoo?
Oh my God, I got a tattoo. I just was living my like best life in Salt Lake City.
We walked home one night from dinner and we heard live music and went into some random bar, and it was incredible live music.
With Cafe Melisse. It was really good. Oh, we went to fucking Monster Jam.
Oh, yeah.
Saw the Gravedigger.
Saw the fucking Gravedigger. And actually something that goes with my coffin spinner today. So we were in the stadium, and then right across the street was a huge cemetery.
Yes.
Beautiful.
And it was beautiful. It was the Rice Eccles Stadium. And you're like, sure. Well, no, because you sat next to me on the plane on the way home from Nashville. I was watching Supercross, and it was it was at
there.
that stadium. Yeah,
Yes.
a couple days later. That's the only reason I remember. But then after Salt Lake, we went to Atlanta. It was really cool. The venue was really cool.
Our hotel was beautiful.
It was. We stayed at the Shane there, and it's newly built Kimpton. It was beautiful.
Yeah, really beautiful.
But the grand finale, you guys.
Nashville, you're just...
Oh, you did it for us. You fucking bent us over and fucked us.
Yeah, and we loved every second.
Oh, we were begging for more. We planned the tours because we had a couple days, like buffer days in between the shows. And so we were like, let's go to Nashville early so we can spend the weekend there. Holy shit. Time of my life.
I know.
I had so much fun.
How many times did we walk up and down fucking Printer's Alley?
Oh my God. And just like fucking walking Broadway at 1 a.m. Everyone's blacked out and
zombified.
We saw a lady throw her iPhone on the ground 8 times.
Oh my God. Couples fighting. Everybody wasted.
So much to see. We did everything there too. We went to like a burlesque show the first night. I had tits in my face.
Oh, I loved it.
Madison fell in love with the devil girl that was dancing.
Oh my God. She was incredible.
Talked about her for 3 days.
It was an incredible burlesque.
It was
act.
So good. And then we went to the Grand Ole Opry.
Oh my God.
It was you guys, we loved Nashville.
We soaked it in.
There's not many places. What?
On the way back from the Grand Ole Opry, the most incredible Uber ride of our fucking life.
Oh, we get into this Uber, and then I see a disco ball above us.
Uh-huh.
I see some microphones.
Okay, I see some crowns.
Well, immediately I said, so what's going on with all of this stuff? And she's like, Just some karaoke if you're interested. Oh, am I interested?
Are you kidding? We sang the whole way home.
The whole way home. It was a blast. Just every moment of Nashville was truly magical. And I say this a lot. There are not many places that I could actually see myself living outside of California. Just because, born and raised. And
Yeah.
I do. I love California so much. But if you came to me and said, hey, Spencer, you got to pick another state to move to, Nashville or Tennessee, I'd fucking do it.
I love it. I know.
I don't love your fucking drag bands.
Absolutely
And your
not.
prehistoric fucking laws and shit.
Wait, did you see, by the way, that article? It came out a couple days ago in Tennessee about the nurses in a NICU dressing up the babies as different Taylor Swift albums.
No.
It is horrendous.
Oh, like they didn't have permission?
I'm sure they had permission, and I think that it was like the babies that were graduating the NICU.
Why is it horrendous?
Was weird. I'll show it to you, and all the comments are like, what? And they're like, this is drag. Some people were like, this is actually drag.
God,
Let me show you. I didn't like it. It's bizarre.
That's wild. No, but it was such a good time overall. And also, sorry, if you think drag queens are a problem, get over yourself.
You probably don't listen to this if you think that.
No.
It's fucking wild.
We're fucking drag queens pretty much.
God.
In our get-ups.
Yeah, don't get us started on that.
Yeah, because we love a drag queen.
Let's move on.
Well, let's talk about some other people displaying asshole behavior.
Okay.
You like that. This one says, am I the asshole? My mom milks my uncle's death for attention, and I confronted her about it.
Okay.
So, after Valentine's Day, my uncle died in a car crash, and this was detrimental to my family as we were all really close. I stayed with him at least a week out of every month for the last 2 or 3 years when it happened, and my mom was also really affected by it, which is very understandable as it was her brother. However, as time continues, she makes everything so much worse. She makes everything about herself as if it was her who died in a car crash. I really do not mean to sound insensitive. However, a month after it happened, my mom kept coming up to me and saying things like, we will never get through this, and my life is so over. And she would say stuff like that constantly. She would also say that we have to do everything now to make him proud. Now, my uncle's entire mindset was just peace, no arguments, as he believed everything could be spoken about. My mom is really short-fused. She twists words, and she's incredibly argumentative, and she always looks for arguments, whether it's from me or my older sister or my stepdad. She is always arguing with one of us, and now whenever she argues, she just brings up my uncle as if his death happened to her, and I confronted her about it and said, you act as if you've been the only one to lose Uncle Alan, with every day saying multiple times during every argument, you and me know Alan's entire thing was hating arguments, yet you feel the need to bring his name into every single argument to assure a dominant victory on your behalf. She then said I'm the most ungrateful child ever, but I'm just so tired of listening and dealing with her shitty attitude just because she's my mom, so I've tried to move in with my dad to get away from her so I could just have peace, but she's threatening to ring the police and get me removed from my dad's house, but I'm 16 and I can choose who I live with. So am I the asshole?
No, I think if she's toxic and if she's insane, then you do have the choice to live with your dad.
They wrote that it's been a month.
Oh.
And I do think it sounds like the mom was really close to the brother.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes you have to give people more grace, but this person's 16, so it's probably harder to do that, or maybe they don't have the tools to do that.
Yeah.
Nor do most adults. But I think that there's probably a better way to confront the mom about it. Maybe she was voted the asshole, this person, which I don't necessarily agree with.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, I don't think it's right to be like, I don't know. I feel like it's not right to use the uncle as your arguing point either when you're claiming that that's what your mom's doing.
That's true. It seems like there's deeper issues here. And maybe your mom is a narcissist and using this. Maybe you're just a 16-year-old who has raging hormones. And
you're both seeing things from your viewpoints.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's asshole-ish, if that's the question. It's asshole-ish to be like, you're milking my uncle's death or whatever.
Sorry, the 1 month went over my head. Okay, if it's been a month, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, this next one says, am I the asshole for spreading the news about a classmate's death? I recently found out that a classmate had died over a year ago after I Googled his name for fun and found an obituary. I decided to message people that knew him asking if they knew what happened, and then I messaged people just to let them know about it. As one of his friends told me, his family had deliberately not spread the news of his death due to the circumstances of his death. 2 of my ex-teammates told me that I shouldn't tell any more people as his family didn't want people to know. I did tell 2 people about the circumstances of his death, but only after they confirmed they wanted to know. And one was absolutely public information, since his obituary was the first thing you see when you Google his name. I think if a person dies and their obituary is online, there's nothing wrong about spreading the general notice that he's passed away to people that knew him. It's their right to know. Am I an asshole?
Fuck, this one feels personal. I'm like, well, that's what we do.
Well, no, but I think that...
No.
I mean, I think if someone's obituary is out there, it's fine to let people know, like, but it's also like, why are you
It's gossipy.
going out? That feels gossipy to me,
Yeah.
like going and finding people, like, oh, did you know so-and-so? Because it's, I mean, I don't know. I think just respect the family always. Like, I mean, if we had a family reach out and like, hey, I didn't want you to share that obituary, I would absolutely in a heartbeat take it down.
1000%. Yes.
There's no question about that. I feel the same way with Cult Leader and all the shows. Any of the content we talk about, if somebody has an issue with it, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'll take it down in a
Yeah,
heartbeat.
of course. We don't want to hurt anybody.
No, because we're not naturally trying to offend people. We're also not trying to gossip. I think we try and find like the beauty in a lot of obituaries or the humor in a lot of the obituaries or like the sweet messages. But
yeah, but if it's just to gossip and like
2 people that knew this person when the family didn't want that.
yeah, but then it is also that like I would put myself in their shoes too a little bit like, oh fuck, this person that I knew has been dead for a year and now I have to hold it in.
If it was like somebody you went to high school with died or something, you would probably call me and be like, oh my God, this girl I went to high school with died.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's kind of just like, I don't think you're an asshole, but I think that reaching out to people. No, this is the part I don't agree with. Here's what I will say.
Okay.
I don't think it's okay to reach out to people that knew the deceased and ask how they died.
Oh, no.
That
is
you don't do.
uncouth.
No. You can Google it. I think it's human nature to be curious, but if you don't find
course.
anything, you don't ask.
No, you don't ask. They are gone and that's all you need to know.
Yes. That is the truth.
Gosh, some hard ones.
Yeah, kind of like both, like
Some real
you are an asshole, but also kind of not, but
Yeah.
also kind of.
some thinkers.
Yes, some
You made
thinkers.
me think.
Oh, and we hate to do that.
Oh my gosh, well then let's just fucking
Let's move on. I'm up first this week.
okay, so let's hear my side bitch because it's crazy.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's from 1923. Jugular severed by tooth of saw.
Excuse me?
Kingsley man fatally injured while working near Cushing, Iowa on Wednesday. Kingsley, Iowa, June 21st. Charles Carney, 35 years old, was fatally injured Wednesday while operating circular saw on the Williams farm, a short distance south of Cushing. He died within 30 minutes after the accident. It appears the saw had been repaired by inserting a tooth. This tooth became dislodged in some manner and was hurled with great force against Carney's neck, severing the jugular vein. Though other members of the sawing crew gave immediate assistance, the injured man died from loss of blood before a surgeon could be summoned. Carney has lived in his section many years. He is survived by his wife, a former Kingsley girl, and 3 children, the oldest about 3 years old. The shock of the tragedy caused Mrs. Carney to collapse, and she is reported to be in serious condition.
Oh, no.
How's that for a death notice?
Oh, my God. Well, it notified us. That's for fucking sure.
I mean, nothing left to the imagination.
Not much.
You wouldn't have to call their loved ones to find out what happened.
No, it was all over the news. My God.
All over the news.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and that's our news. So we'll be right back. And when we come back, I'll tell you what had me spinning in my coffin.
Alrighty. And we're back. Spencer, what had you spinning this week?
I feel like you don't call me my name a lot. Do you?
I say Spence a lot.
I feel like you're like my like boyfriend, and I'm like, okay. Thought I was babe, but
I thought I was girly, but
yeah. Huh. Okay. different things happening. We're going to go through your phone later, see who you're talking to.
Who's the new girly in town?
Okay, girly, Geoffs, we love a mysterious tombstone. In one of our very first episodes, I talked about the final resting place of a woman named Nancy Curlin Barnett. That's a story about the grave marker in the middle of the road, remember?
Yes.
And this week, I decided to follow it up with several more stories of bizarre final resting places.
Ooh.
Can I just pause really quick? Because I feel like you can never say it enough. I fucking love this job. Okay.
Oh, I know. I love it.
I was like talking to my friend the other day and she like had all this shit going on with like work and pulling reports and it all sounded very complicated. I was like, honey, I'm Googling weird graves right now. Okay. We do a lot of work, but I love it.
Yeah, but it's all very fulfilling and interesting.
Yes. So this coffin spinner was really prompted by a picture that I came across a few weeks back of these graves that were just chilling on a literal airport runway.
Really?
Yes. And so I have a little article from Business Insider that I wanted to read about those, and then we'll get into some of the others.
Okay.
So this is from Business Insider, quote, while runway 10 at Savannah/Hilton Head International Airport in Georgia may not be a particularly difficult or scary landing.
We didn't fly into that one?
No, we flew into Atlanta. It does involve touching down near a pair of graves. The international airport was built on former farmland, according to its website.
I just picture the people buried their hair going crazy in the grave.
Oh my God, I'm picturing like never being able to rest in peace with an airport right there. If there was like dead people next door, they'd be going off.
Mm-hmm.
They'd be like, who was landing at 11 o'clock last night? Then we'd be down there like, oh my God, just fucking park the plane already, my God.
That must have been a Spirit Airlines.
Yeah, Spirit. We should call this episode.
Yes, Spirit Airlines.
Well, that's scary in its own right.
Honey, I know, but the lines were full for Spirit Airlines.
Oh my God. Okay, so according to its website, the Savannah Airport needed to expand during World War II. The land included a burial site belonging to the Dotson family. It was estimated to have had about 100 graves, including those of enslaved people. The family of the graves was met with resistance from descendants of the Dotson family, according to The State, which was a newspaper in Columbia, South Carolina. Ultimately, all but 4 of the graves were relocated to the Bonaventure Cemetery. Believing that their ancestors wouldn't have wanted to abandon the land that they worked to cultivate, the Dotson family insisted on keeping the matriarch and patriarch in their original burial spot, according to The State. The graves of Richard and Catherine Dotson, the farmers who originally owned the land and died in 1884 and 1877, sit on the edges of runways 10 and 28. The marker on Richard's grave says, at rest, while Catherine says, gone home to rest, according to The State. 2 more graves of Dotson relatives, those of Daniel Houston and John Dotson, can be found nearby in the brush near the airport's most active runway, according to the airport's website. They say that the graves are the only ones in the world embedded on an active 9,350-foot runway.
Wow.
Which I get, being like, that was their spot. They don't want to fucking move.
No, absolutely not.
It said that if you are coming into land just after sundown, 2 figures will appear just along the north side of the runway.
I love it.
A regional airline captain, Lisa Rudy, wrote for the website All Things Aero, according to The State. Family members are allowed to visit with an airport escort, according to The State, though they are not permitted to leave flowers. It is, after all, an active runway. The airport did not immediately respond to insiders' request for comment. Okay, and I thought that was so interesting. I'm like, oh yeah, what if they want to go visit?
Yes.
They just need an escort, I guess.
Cool.
I want to bury my loved ones in like a really cool concert venue or something so that I can be like, whenever there's a cool concert, I can be like,
yeah,
I want to go visit
my
family.
Totally.
So perhaps one of my favorite stories I came across is the grave of Thomas Mountain Tom Clark. Mountain Tom was given his nickname because he hailed from the mountain counties before arriving in Lauderdale, Alabama in the early 1860s. He had allegedly left his home with his wife and a small child to avoid being drafted into the Confederate Army. This evasion was to no avail because because conscript officers found him in his new home and took him into the Confederate Army. He soon deserted the Confederate Army and enlisted in the Union Army, but eventually ditched that too and ended up falling in with some real dirtbags who were notorious for committing burglaries, moitas, and some of the members were known to be rapists. So, not good guys.
No.
He actually ran with them for a couple of years, and some historians say that he was kind of the leader of this little gang. The group was referred to as the Clifton Shebang, or sometimes referred to as the Buggers, which Buggers is a funny name for, like, people going around committing crimes.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, they're just the Buggers.
They're
the bugging
bugging
me. Bugaboos. In 1872, Mountain Tom, along with 2 of the other members, were arrested in Lauderdale County after a string of burglaries. The Lauderdale Times reported on September 10th of 1872 that the officers who captured them searched the men's lodging and discovered 8 watches, a number of men's breastpins, as well as a case filled with burglar tools.
Ooh, burglar tools.
It's like the little masks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pantyhose.
Yeah. Well, all 3 went to jail that night, and that's when things got crazy.
Ooh.
Apparently, a mob showed up at the jail. It was just like this band of hooligans showed up demanding that the officers let the 3 men go. So they were like on their side. And the cops working at the jail were like, definitely not gonna happen. I read somewhere that they shot at the mob, like, get the fuck out of here. We're not doing this. And so they ended up taking the 3 men out to like this little square near the jail and hanging them in the plaza because they were like, now look.
You think you can just march up in here and get your way? Yeah.
Which, I mean, for robberies, that's not a fair consequence.
No.
But yeah, they're fucked. So the Lauderdale Times reporter that worked on this story, concerned that the actions of the group would hurt the city's reputation, wrote this defense saying Tom Clark, who boasted that he had murdered in cold blood 16 men, deserved hanging 16 times over. The others, no doubt, would have slain their scores if they found it necessary to cover up their villainy. This was the legitimate effect of an indignant and outraged public feeling. We are opposed to mob law, but these men met a death richly deserved, and over their fate we shed no tears. But here's the I mean, yes, okay, he went around claiming that he killed all those guys, but still I'm saying for the crime.
I know. There's Yeah.
I guess that Mountain Tom would go around telling people, like, nobody's ever going to run over Tom Clark. And so the townspeople decided to bury him beneath the road.
Oh, fuck.
And the marker states, there's like a marker off to the side that says, near the center of Tennessee Street lies the remains of Tom Clark, a notorious leader of one of the number of outlaw gangs who terrorized helpless citizens during the Civil War. They buried him here so that all who passed by would run over Tom Clark.
Oh, that's petty, and I like it.
Petty. I thought it was just like such a wild story of like a gang of outlaws.
Yeah.
Crazy. I have 2 more. There was one that I found on an article from Mental Floss. This next guy's grave sits at the top of a ski slope.
Wow. Okay.
It says skiers and snowboarders on Hunter Mountain in New York's Catskills, which always makes me think of Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Did you watch it? Passed by an odd sight for a winter resort. A tombstone. At the top of a ski lift is a granite marker for Archer Winston, who died in 1997. His epitaph declares he lived for skiing at Hunter Mountain. And in death, Winston, who was the New York Post's longtime film critic, did not want to rest far from it. His ashes were scattered at this mountaintop near his favorite ski runs.
Wow.
Which I thought was cool. And then my last one's really just more of an honorable mention. It looks like it's at a Boot Hill Cemetery.
Oh.
Let me show you the image.
Okay, it does look like a boot hill.
And it might be. This is in the Goldfield Pioneer Cemetery.
Okay.
This is from Atlas Obscura. It says, as the story goes, a vagrant wandering the streets of Goldfield in 1908 was rummaging through the trash outside the local library, looking for something to eat. The best sustenance he could come across was a jar of book paste. He would have found the paste surprisingly sweet because in addition to flour and water, it was 60% alum. Unfortunately, the concentration was deadly.
Oh, fuck.
The legend continues to say that when the townspeople found the deceased drifter, he was buried in Pioneer Cemetery, which was little more than a dirt patch. The grave was topped with a headstone that stated what little they knew about him. It reads, "Unknown man died eating library paste, July 14th, 1908.
Fuck.
That's literally all it says. It says skeptics point to the fact that the grave's red paint is very bright for being more than a century old, but that being said, some ascribe the fresh paint to sympathetic cemetery goers who regularly paint over the epitaphs so that the unknown man can be remembered for years to come. Others say the whole thing's just a local prank. Whatever the case, the grave serves as a cautionary tale. Don't eat glue.
Oh. Well, there you have it. I loved it.
I have a few more that I'll probably do another part on another day, but those were like my top contenders for this week.
Well, thank you.
All right, well, we're going to take one more quick break, and when we come back, I can't wait to hear what had you spinning in your coffin, girly.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. And we're back. What had you spinning in your coffin this week?
All right, girly. I have something a little similar to yours.
Okay.
But I wanted to look into sports stadiums that were built on top of burial grounds.
Oh, you're keeping the sports theme going, I see, from a couple weeks ago.
I'm an athlete.
Oh,
what can I say?
You are.
Always got sports on the mind.
Always in your workout outfit.
Always. Oh, God. Just work out constantly. Okay. First on our list is San Saba, Texas. They have a football stadium there called the Rogan Stadium, named after Dr. J.D. Rogan, who was a pioneer doctor in town who once owned that piece of land.
Any relation to Seth Rogen?
No.
What about Joe Rogan?
I don't think so.
Aren't they cousins?
Are they?
Seth Rogen and Joe Rogan?
I have no idea.
I think they are.
No way.
Yes. Let me verify this really quick. Yep, they're cousins.
No way.
Oh, wait. No, they're not.
Oh.
Wait, someone's related. Oh, Gerard Way, the singer for My Chemical Romance. That's who Joe Rogan's related to.
Really?
Yes. I read yeah, they're like first cousins or something.
What?
Isn't that wild? They're
That's
very different.
Wild. Wow. Okay. Well, now we know.
Solved it.
Well, the Rogan Stadium has the nickname the Graveyard because it was once just that. A graveyard. So the story is that in 1856, the Rogan family bought this piece of land that is now the stadium, and it was actually originally a graveyard for Civil War soldiers until 1878. Any new burials were halted after 1878, and in 1935, the Rogan family sold this land to the San Saba School District for $10. I guess the cemetery was super run down, and they wanted the city to get some use out of it, so they just gave it up. And at the time, San Saba did not have a football field. So then the city of San Saba wanted to remove everything from that land, even the tombstones, even the bodies. And that's exactly what they did for the most part. They exhumed and moved all of these bodies to different cemeteries. However, and we talk about this a lot, I feel like many bodies went unclaimed. And so the ones that were unclaimed stayed there.
Weird. Because they didn't have like family permission or something to move. Oh.
A quote from bigcountryhomepage.com
My favorite website.
says they just bulldozed the tombstones in and left them there. Welcome to San Saba's football stadium, also known as the graveyard. So there are a few stories from locals about how some of the football players helped move the bodies, and some stories from football players playing on that field and tripping and falling out of nowhere. Also, human bones will pop up from time to time.
As they do.
As they do. On game days, the Armadillos, who are the field's home team, will put out tombstones that say rest in peace to whatever team they're playing and like put them around the football field. And they also very proudly hang a sign at the entrance of the stadium that says, "Welcome to the graveyard."
I love that they just really play into it.
They totally do. Something super interesting I learned was that most football fields are using artificial turf now. However, you need to have really good drainage for artificial turf. So the Rogan field will probably always have actual grass fields because once you start digging, who knows what kind of graves you'll find.
Wild.
I know. Okay, the next one is Neyland Stadium in Tennessee. It's in Knoxville. And it is the home of the football team for the University of Tennessee. But you know what else is at the University of Tennessee?
A body farm?
A body farm and an incredible forensic anthropology department.
Yes, like one of the best in the nation, I think.
Yes. So what does this have to do with the football stadium?
You tell us. We don't know.
Well, the forensic anthropology department has a body donation program. The body farm started in 1981 by forensic anthropologist William Bass. If you haven't already, go back and listen to our whole episode on body farms to know exactly what happens there. But once a body has been donated and has done their job at the body farm, their remains, their skeletal remains, are then cleaned, packed up, put into inventory, and put in like a 4-foot cardboard box and stored away.
Oh, wow.
Well, up until 2017, all of these skeletons were stored in offices that sat underneath the Neyland Stadium. I read that some people were super excited to donate their bodies because they were like, when we're done, our resting place needs to be under that stadium. In 2017, they were all moved to Strong Hall, which is a different college building.
So strong.
So strong. And now that's where they reside. But for decades, they were underneath the stadium. And also, kind of like the airport visitations from your story, I didn't even think about this, but families can come and visit their loved ones' remains even after they've been donated to the body farm.
Oh my God, that's cool. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah. Next, we have Highmark Stadium. Highmark Stadium is home to the Buffalo Bills since 1973. The Buffalo Bills have been on the receiving end of a lot of bad luck jokes over the years, but there is something to it. A lot of times you'll hear like they're cursed or there's a spirit that wanders the stadium and brings them bad luck and that's why they do so bad. Well, the stadium parking lot and areas around were built on top of Western New York Wenro tribal burial grounds.
Oh.
If you enter the stadium and go between Gate 6 and Gate 7, you will also find a plaque that reads Sheldon Family Cemetery. First recorded burial, John Sheldon, January 16, 1832. His father, Joseph, was the first Sheldon to settle here in 1805. Cemetery restored by the Junior Yorkards and Orchard Park Historical Society. An early Erie Indian village was also located on the site of this stadium. So there's literally a family cemetery inside of this football stadium. And in the 70s, when they were building this stadium, they actually wanted to move the family plot to the 50-yard line, which is wild. But distant relatives pushed to leave them alone. And
Leave them alone.
They had to just build the stadium around them.
I love it.
Isn't that crazy?
I love it. Ours were actually very on theme today.
I know.
We didn't even mean to spin together.
I know. Okay, next we have Tropicana Field, and this is ongoing. So there's a ton of articles I found about Tropicana Field and about archaeologists starting to use ground-penetrating radar to uncover remains as of 2021. I guess 3 burial sites were found underneath the parking lot of this stadium and believed to be part of Oak Lawn Cemetery, which was built in the late 19th century.
It's always something lawn.
I know. BayNews9.com says the project is going to consist of doing some research of these sites in St. Pete. The burial grounds, Oak Lawn Cemetery, but it consisted of a couple other cemeteries, Evergreen Cemetery and Moffitt Cemetery. So we're gonna do some background research and understand where the cemetery boundaries are, how many burials are actually here, and who are the descendants of the people buried here. That's ongoing. I couldn't find anything newer than 2021, so it's still happening, people.
Oh my God, you're hearing it live.
Okay, lastly, I want to talk about a stadium that is near and dear to me, which is the Dodger Stadium. As a LA native, the Dodger Stadium is special to Angelinos, but it has an interesting but sad and violent history.
Oh, well, I know it, so
I know
I'm
you
gonna
do.
sit back and I'm gonna let you tell it.
Okay, so the Dodger Stadium is actually built on top of a place once known as the Chavez Ravine. I want to shout out the LAist.com. They wrote a fantastic article on this, which includes amazing photos of what Chavez Ravine once was. And I read a ton of articles on it, and this was the best I found. So I'm going to take some quotes from there. But the Chavez Ravine was an area about 300 to 400 acres, made up of mostly Mexican Americans. There were 3 main neighborhoods. It got the name Chavez Ravine because it was named after Julian Chavez, who was a city councilman and rancher in Los Angeles, and he started buying land in 1844. In the 1900s, many Mexican Americans were being redlined, and redlining happened all over and probably still does in some cases. But the definition of it is refuse a loan or insurance to someone because they live in an area deemed to be a financial risk. It was like a full racial discrimination.
Oh, yeah. Well, they actually have a gay bar in downtown LA called Redline.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Real estate agents would racially steer clients to buy in certain neighborhoods, and we could do a whole fucking show on it. It's terrible. So Chavez Ravine was where many Mexican Americans ended up. It was a full-blown town and a very tight-knit community. There was an elementary school, a grocery store, a church, maybe a graveyard, we don't know. And looking through all of the old black and white photos of it and seeing kids playing and being happy.
I was going to say we should post a picture, which I'm sure you're going to talk about, of them like moving the houses and stuff from that neighborhood.
We'll get into it. It's terrible. All of these black and white photos, everybody looks so happy and the families together. Like, it just looks like a very nice neighborhood, a nice place. But the city looked at it as a slum. They looked at it as like, we're going to build thousands of new public housing units and schools. And they named this project the Elysian Park Heights Project. In 1950, they started pressuring residents to sell their homes, in which they used scare tactics and lowballed the fuck out of them.
It was horrendous.
Then in 1953, the project fell through, but most of the residents had already been forced out, but there were still residents living there. The city bought back the land at an extremely low price. And then in 1958, the city traded 352 acres of land on the Chavez Ravine to the owner of the Brooklyn Dodgers. Then in 1959, the city sent in bulldozers, cops, movers, everybody to get remaining residents out. Like you said, it was horrible. Residents who resisted were literally physically taken out of their homes and then watched as their homes were bulldozed.
Ugh.
Former residents call this day Black Friday. And then 4 months later, construction on the Dodger Stadium started. And by 1962, Dodger Stadium was open and the Chavez Ravine was no more. Next time you're at Dodger Stadium, just know you're sitting on a city.
Yeah, there's so many. It's obviously we have a fucked up history.
We
there's
could do so many parts to this too.
Obviously there's so many great parts about the U.S. and California, but there is just a lot of history of not so good.
I know
too, but let's focus on some of the positive.
Let's do it.
Like my obituary today.
Okay, let's hear it.
This is for a woman named Linda Abramson, and it has to do with a tombstone. And I just loved it, but it's at the end. So she was from Portland, Maine, and it says Linda Elowich Abramson died on November 30th, 2017 in Portland, Maine after cardiac surgery. She graduated from Tufts University in 1961 and married the love of her life, Joel, in 1959. They were happily married until Joel's death in 2002. Linda served on the Portland School Committee for 6 years and 12 years on the Portland City Council, including a term as mayor in 1982 to 1983. After stepping down from elected office, Linda served for 9 years in the Maine Human Rights Commission. In addition to her public service, Linda was actively involved in her community, both in Portland and Sarasota. She served on the boards of the Jewish Federation, National Council of Jewish Women, and Temple Beth El in Portland. Outside of the Jewish community, Linda served on the board of directors for United Way, the Portland Public Library, the Maine Medical Center, and was a founding member of the Sarasota branch of ITN, the Independent Transportation Network. Which I'm like, oh my God, like, what didn't she do?
Insane.
Linda had many varied interests, chief among them golf, the Red Sox, mahjong, and theater. Linda was a proud and loving mother to her 3 children and a glowing grandmother to her 7 grandchildren. She's survived by her daughters and sons-in-laws and her son and daughter-in-law, 7 grandchildren, and her brother and sister-in-law. Always a planner, Linda has asked for a very specific engraving on her tombstone. Her deceased husband Joel's tombstone reads, "He made a difference," and Linda's will read, "So did she." Anyone who knew her knew that Linda Abramson made a big difference to everyone she touched. She will be deeply missed.
Oh, it's so sweet.
I just love her little "so did she."
I know. I love it.
You know what it reminded me of too? Whenever we went out to dinner, speaking of my grandparents again, we'd always be like, "Thanks, Grandpa," or whatever, because my grandpa always paid. And my grandma would always like hold up her wine glass and she'd always be like, "And Grandma."
Cute. Well, I have another grandmother.
Oh.
Incredible. It was actually sent to us by a Geoff, Sherry. And she said, you can use our names and repost if you'd like. I'm sure it's what Kitty, her grandmother, would want.
Love a kitty.
Love a kitty. And she wrote, and I'm sending you an obit for my cousin's grandmother, who was like a grandmother to us all. Kitty wasn't just any ordinary woman. She was a woman who was wild, foul-mouthed. She taught my 3-year-old daughter the word ass. And when I picked her up from my aunt's after work, I was greeted by my toddler calling me an ass.
I love it.
And she had a crazy obsession with penises. Ever since I can remember, and I'm 32, Kitty received something penis-themed for Christmas, her birthday, Mother's Day, Easter. If it was a holiday or any day where she can receive gifts, Kitty was getting a penis of some sort. She even gifted me my very own penis stress ball for my 30th birthday. My aunt, her daughter, who is my godmother, was red in the face when I opened their gift bag and pulled it out, to which Kitty yelled, "I picked that out," with a huge shit-eating grin on her face, as if everyone there had no idea where the penis came from. When I had my daughter 11 years ago, when I was recovering from a C-section in my hospital room immediately after, before I even held her yet, my bedside phone rang. It was Kitty. I have no clue how she knew what room I was in to get transferred. However, she did and congratulated me, followed by, "Did they give you any good drugs?" I have attached her obituary as well as a couple of photos of our kitty with her most prized possessions and a rather sultry one that she was completely nude for and wanted my aunt to send as her Christmas card.
I love her.
Plus a few other gems of Kitty. Note, the huge penis was a punching bag type of thing we got for my sister's bachelorette party in New Orleans. It ended up being a pool float, though. We deflated it and took it home in our own separate suitcase just so we could blow it up and bring it to Kitty. I left it on her porch and had my cousin call her to go outside and check out the souvenir I brought back for her. The photos are not on cue. They're not posed. This is how she sat with that giant penis for hours out back that day, asking my cousin to FaceTime everyone so they can check it out too. There will never be another like her. Enjoy. It says, "It is with broken hearts that we announce that Catherine, Kitty, 84, of Plains, TWP, I don't know what that is, left this life Tuesday evening, April 4th, 2023, at her home with her loving family by her side. Born in Wilkes-Barre on February 12th, 1939, she was the daughter of the late Joseph and Catherine and the granddaughter of the late Alec and Anna. Kitty attended James M. Coughlin High School, Wilkes-Barre, and was a member of SS Peter and Paul Church, Plains. TWP. Kitty wanted to tell her family and friends that she loved them dearly. Do not mourn my passing, but be happy for what lies ahead. And to tell the truth, I'm kind of excited to see what lies on the other side. Besides, before you know, I'll be seeing you all pretty soon anyway. In closing, I'd like to say God bless you to everyone who has always been there for me. Love, Kitty. Then it goes on to say who she was preceded in death by, her surviving children, and some funeral information. But
Aww.
I just love Kitty.
Love Kitty.
Here are her pictures. Look at the penis pictures. I love her.
Incredible.
I'm almost positive that we can post these.
Oh, she'd love it, I bet.
I feel like Kitty would love it, so maybe we will.
Oh my God, amazing. Incredible.
Well,
we've spun in our coffins.
We've bitched our obituaries.
I guess that means it's time for some dumb
ass criminals.
Mine is a man.
Okay.
And his name is Cody Cummins, the real name.
Cody Cummins. I love it.
From Zephyr Hills, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really the headline that caught my attention, but I'll read you that after. It says, Zephyrville, Florida, a Pasco County man is facing a battery charge after deputies say he hit his mother with a corn cob.
Corn cob.
The incident happened around 2 a.m. Sunday at home in Zephyr Hills. According to deputies, 27-year-old Cody Cummins threw a corn cob at the victim. The cob hit the woman on the top of her head, an arrest report says. Deputies who responded to the scene say the victim was hurt but did not have any physical injuries. Cummins left the scene after the incident but was later arrested and charged with domestic battery. Jail records show he's being held on a $150 bond. But I saw the headline, Florida man arrested for hitting mom on head with corn cob, and I was like, I gotta read it.
I love it.
Who you
God.
got?
Oh my God. I have one that has been circulating. It is from NBC News. Just listen, okay? Springfield, Colorado. A driver who was pulled over for speeding tried to switch places with his dog
Yes,
to
I saw
avoid
this.
arrest.
Oh my God, I almost did this, and then I was like, wait,
I know that we've done one like
we have
this.
done one where where he was like, it was my dog driving.
Yes. No, but this one's new.
A new one.
Oldest trick in the book, honey. An officer watched him maneuvering inside the car before he got out on the passenger side on Saturday night in Springfield. The man said he was not behind the wheel and clearly showed signs of being drunk, police said. He ran from the officer when asked about how much he had to drink and was caught within about 20 yards. After being taken into the hospital to be checked out, the man was arrested on suspicion of charges including driving under the influence of alcohol and or drugs and driving while ability impaired, as well as for previous warrants for his arrest. But he tried to switch places with his dog and blame the dog.
Dumbass. Don't drive drunk with your dog in
I
the
know, you
car.
fucker.
Oh my God. Well, we do have some P.O. Box goodies to open. Okay, I will open up this big one first.
Okay.
I pre-cut the boxes this time.
Perfect.
Well, not well enough.
What is What is that?
This is
A giant?
the craziest gavel I've ever seen in my life.
Oh no. It's like a rubber gavel.
It's a children's
Hammer.
gigantic gavel.
Oh.
Dude, this is fucking hilarious. Is there a card, I hope?
Does it not? There's no card?
Oh, to the funniest clowns I look forward to spending time with every week from Megan.
Megan,
God.
that is incredible.
You get us.
You get us. I love that. Oh my God.
Going in the archives.
Yes. All right. I have a box here. Two.
Bubble wrapped. It looks
I
fragile.
know. To Spencer and Madison from Angela, Reverie Glassworks. Okay,
Ooh.
glass.
More mugs.
Oh my God. Okay, it says, Dear Obituary Pod, thank you for being awesome. I started doing stained glass a year ago. It's my therapy, and every evening when I am working on a piece, I listen to your podcast.
Aw.
Here is my first and only coffin spinner. Much love from Saskatoon. Angela Ride. Oh my God. Okay, hold on here. Stop it right fucking now.
What is that? That is sick.
Oh my God. It's like a beautiful stained glass, almost like star shape.
It's to
Oh my God.
spin. There's a hook on it.
They're coffins.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that is incredible. Holy
Oh my God,
cow.
and it didn't. I feel lucky that it didn't break getting here.
This is beautiful, and it's like pink. Oh my God, you're incredible.
That
I
is
love
cool.
this.
We're gonna be fighting over that one.
I know. Oh my
Wait, I
God.
have one more. And this is from. This one really, I don't think. Is this a card?
Ooh, what is that? Is that
It's a book. Hold on, I want to see if there's a card. Oh, there's no card with this one.
No.
At least say who you are.
What's the book?
Oh my God. Obituary Cocktail. The Great
What?
Saloons of New Orleans.
How cool.
Wait, this is fucking sick.
That's incredible.
Oh my God.
Wow.
That's incredible. Thank you to whoever sent that. Please make yourself known.
I know, please. And thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. If you have stuff you want to send us, you can send it to P.O. Box 18149, Long Beach, California 90807.
All other information is on obituarypodcast.com.
Yes, and by the time you hear this, I think Cameos should be up and running.
Yes.
But that is where we're going to leave it for the week. We'll see you next week with some more coffin spinners
Obituaries.
and dumb
Ass
criminals.